So I'm gonna go ahead, since I can't quite justify doing that in a literature class. I figured I'd talk about some cats today. Um, I think I first encountered this next poem. I think when I was in the third grade. I don't know. Lots of years of therapy since then, so I mean I could be wrong on my dates, but I think I was in the third grade when I first heard this read aloud. So um, I'm going to share with you T.S. Eliot's The Naming of Cats. Uh, Before I close this out by sharing this, though, I did want to make a couple of quick thank yous and announcements. First of all, thank you to Robin Hicks and the library for joining with the Green and Gold folks, basically with me and Candace, and helping us to host this event. It has been delightful to hear some of the children's poetry and literature that's been shared with us today. I've often believed that one of the secrets of growing older is the fact that we are given this beautiful gift through our children and our grandchildren of turning back to the books that we read and loved when we were littler, and being able to share them and enjoy them yet again. I think it is, among all of the things that are complained about growing older in our society, it's one of the true hidden treasures. So it was a real treat to participate in this today and hear. Also turns out that apparently I thought my stepdaughter Sally was named after Charlie Brown's little sister, and apparently I've gotten the story wrong for the last 19 years. Child just turned 21, and apparently I've gotten her origin story wrong all of these years. She's actually named after the little girl in The Cat in the Hat. So, amazing the things that you learn. So thanks to the library, thanks to all of you for joining us this afternoon. Wanted to let you know that we are planning another Green and Gold Reading Hour. Will be 4 weeks from today, on April 19th. We will be celebrating National Poetry Month. And our next Green and Gold Reading Hour is going to be really special because we're going to be featuring some of the students who participate in Jackson State's Creative Writing Club. So we will be having students actually reading aloud from their own original work to celebrate National Poetry Month. We'll have flyers and announcements going out in the next couple of weeks or so, and I really hope you'll join us for our last Green and Gold Reading Hour of the year. In the meantime, though, this is The Naming of Cats by T.S. Eliot. The naming of cats is a difficult matter. It isn't just one of your holiday games. You may think at first I'm mad as a hatter when I tell you a cat must have 3 different names. Now, first of all, there's the name that the family use daily, such as Peter, Augustus, Alonzo, or James, such as Victor or Jonathan, George or Bill Bailey. All of them sensible, everyday names. There are fancier names if you think they sound sweeter, some for the gentlemen, some for the dames, such as Plato, Admetus, Electra, Demeter, but all of them sensible, everyday names. But I tell you, a cat needs a name that's particular, a name that's peculiar and more dignified. Else, how can he keep up his tail perpendicular, or spread out his whiskers, or cherish his pride? Of names of this kind I can give you a quorum, such as Monkastrap, Quaxo, or Caricapat, such as Bomb Ballerina, or else Jelly Lorum. Names that never belong to more than one cat. But above and beyond, there's still one name left over, and that is the name that you never will guess. The name that no human research can discover, but the cat himself knows and will never confess. When you notice a cat in profound meditation, The reason I tell you is always the same. His mind is engaged in a rapt contemplation of the thought of the thought of the thought of his name. His ineffable, effable, ineffable, deep and inscrutable singular name. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Please help yourself to the bookmarks on the table. Those are there courtesy of the library as souvenirs, and eat more cake.
Yes.
Definitely eat more cake.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you again.